Do you know how sewer inspections are done? In this video, I'm going to show you, and we're going to do it in 10 seconds. Hi, I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the Expert Plumber. Welcome back to another great video. If you've not been here before and you want to learn all things plumbing as a homeowner, a real estate investor, or a new home buyer, please hit the subscribe button now and ring the bell so you don't miss out on anything. The reason sewer inspections can be so important is if you're a homeowner, sewer leaks can lead to foundation problems. And as we all know, foundation problems can be very expensive. So when we're talking about sewer leaks, you need to think about how old your house is. Because if your house was built, I'm gonna say before the 80s, maybe even some into the 80s, you've got cast iron underground. And there's nothing wrong with cast iron underground. The thing is, cast iron has a life expectancy of 20 to 50 years above ground. Once you start burying cast iron and it gets wet, it starts rusting. It's iron pipe. That's exactly what it does. Cast iron pipe has a coating on it, but over time, that's slowly going to deteriorate and go away, and the moisture and the oxygen are going to get to the iron, and it's going to rust. Whenever we go into jobs and we've got sewer leaks under the house, normally what we run into is a cast iron pipe that either has channel rot, where people have poured an acidic drain cleaner into the sewer line, and it literally slowly rots out the bottom of the pipe. The other thing that can be is just pressure in the house, and it can cause pressure on the pipe, and we've actually seen pipes split right along the top. Why would you want to inspect it? Because if you'll inspect it before you have a problem, it can possibly save you a lot of damage. When people realize they have sewer leaks, they've either got water backing up into their house, or they're trying to sell the house, and a buyer, an educated buyer, comes in and wants to do a sewer test. Every realtor that we work with, we always recommend that they tell their buyers, any house you're buying, do a sewer and water test. The reason why, the last thing you want to do when buying a house is buy a house for $300,000 and have to spend another $60,000 just fixing the sewer lines or the water lines. Don't get me wrong, it can happen. I've seen it happen. The issue that I have with that is if the real estate agent would have told their buyer beforehand, that would have been the responsibility of the seller. There's good things about that. You know, even though the house has problems now, when you buy that house, if you've had them redo the sewer, you know that you're getting a house that you're not going to have problems with. Just because a house has a sewer leak or even a water leak doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It means you have an opportunity to get it fixed to make sure you don't have that problem. The two reasons that people normally get their sewer line inspected are, number one, preventive maintenance. They want to look at things to make sure they're not having any major issues that are going to lead to a more costly repair later. The other thing is when they're buying a house. Costly repairs is the biggest problem when it comes to taking care of your plumbing system. And I understand that. Everybody spends money to get a home inspector to come in and look at the house. They should really invest that money in doing the sewer and water test, or more money in doing the sewer and water test, because what do you think's more expensive? Replacing a ceiling fan that doesn't work, or tunneling 5 or 10 feet under the house to fix the sewer line that is leaking? Think about it before you buy it. Costly repairs, I get it. Nobody wants them, and nobody wants to go looking for them. But what may cost you $5,000 now could cost you $50,000 later. Which way would you rather go about it? Sewer repairs are, they're a pain, and I get it. But as I've told you, age and time can lead to deterioration of the pipe. The other thing that we run into a lot is roots. If there's a lead and oakum joint that maybe didn't get enough lead in it, a lot of times there's rubber gaskets that maybe the plumber ripped it or tore it or did something. There's a lot of different reasons that happens. Maybe the house shifted and pulled something apart, but roots get into the system. And roots can get in there and grow and clog up a system. They can also get in there and grow and push a system apart. So the thing to remember though is those roots also, even though they let the roots in, they will also let water out. Again, this is going to lead to foundation problems. sewer repairs, water repairs under a slab, they're all expensive, and I understand that. But to test a sewer to find out what's wrong with it is really a good idea. Now, when I say test it, you want to stick a test ball in there first and fill up the system to see, does it hold water? So that is the first part, to me, of the inspection. Is it watertight? The second part is I want to run a camera down it. I want to get in there and see as many of the lines as I can to find out, are there any major bellies? Are there any roots? Are there any breaks that can be seen by a camera? Now, I will tell people this. There is a lot of plumbers out there that carry a camera out to a job and they call that doing a leak test. And I hate to tell you, it's not accurate. So if you've got a plumber and he does not put test balls in, fill up the system, and do a proper test, he's robbing you. And I hate to tell you, but guys, there's plumbers out there doing it every day. If a plumber is doing a leak test with only a camera, he can't always see every leak. Number one, you can't always get that camera in every single bit of pipe, but also if there's a hairline crack on the top of that pipe, it may not show up on that camera. He may not see it. So he may tell you everything's fine, but then a year or two later you have problems and you've got to pay $60,000, $70,000 to go through and replace some pipe. I hope that doesn't happen to you, but it does happen. So even though it's not something you really want to do, having your sewer lines inspected may be a good idea. Doing a sewer and water test may be a great idea. If you think you may have some foundation problems already started and you want to get a grip on it before it gets too bad, contact your plumbing company and ask them if it's something they do and if they do it right. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Or even if you didn't, let us know in the comments down below what we can do or what videos we can make that you'd like to see. Please check out some of the other videos here on The Expert Plumber. And if you hadn't done it yet, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on anything. And we'll see you on the next video if you don't get flushed.